Hey, what's going on everybody? Raging Phoenix here, and today I'm playing a game called Stellar Settlers. Unfortunately, I can't show everything that the game has to offer because this is just the demo version, but the gameplay does seem really promising so far. So the first thing you do before settling on your journey is select 5 settlers. Each of these settlers has their own unique perk, from giving you discounts on stuff to increasing the amount of resources you gain. Once you have your 5 settlers selected, you're ready to start the game. So as you can see here, the goal of the game is to get enough materials to build a ship to get off the planet, but because this is just the demo version, that's not going to happen. You're just pretty much stuck playing like a base building game, but it's still a lot of fun for what it is. Since you're not really going to be completing the objective of getting off the planet, the thing you're going to want to do in the demo version is just complete those objectives that you see right there in the top left corner where your settlers are at. For the most part, the objectives are actually really easy. As you can see, that one that I'm doing right now, it just says build 2 miner bots, and you can see that I'm placing the miner factory right now to be able to create those bots. So easy peasy, just create 2 bots and you're good to go for that one. Same thing goes for the next objective. Instead of creating miner bots, you're going to create hauler bots, but they both come from the same factory, so you just create 2 miner bots, 2 hauler bots, and you're good to go. So the next objective is to build 3 storage entrances, and you're going to need these because when your miner bots are done breaking up material and the hauler bots pick up the material that they left on the ground, the storage entrance is where all materials are going to be delivered for everything else you're going to be building on the base. So now the objective is to just connect 10 building pods together, which again, that's really easy. All you have to do is place all the random buildings. Each of them like produces their own resources. You can even place more of the miner factories if you want to, and then you just connect all of them using the tunnels that the game provides. So it's it's pretty easy to complete that one too, but you always got to make sure that each of the building pods are connected to the center part, which is the headquarters, because if it's not connected to that, there will be no power going to that building, therefore that building cannot be used. I was a little bit confused here at first since this was my very first time playing this, but eventually I did get the hang of it. And how you see I'm placing that curved tunnel right there. You can rotate tunnels where they do connect to other tunnels, but I didn't know that at first, so eventually I did get to the point where I just knew I got to place a building there in that corner instead. But yeah, since this was my very first time playing, I had no idea what I was doing at this point until eventually I did figure it out and I got this objective completed. So now the objective is to build 2 greenhouses, which again, really easy. You just got to find the greenhouse building pod, place it, connect it with tunnels, you're good to go. And this is what the base ended up looking like when I got that last objective done. So now the game wants you to build 2 Terra miner pods, which pretty much the same thing as the greenhouse. Like you just got to place the pod and connect it to the base and you're good to go. But the Terra miner pods are kind of interesting in their own way because they're not really able to be connected like at the ground level. They do go up like one more floor, so they have to be connected in more of a special way. You have to build up your base just one more floor up, just a little bit, so you can connect the tunnels to the Terra Miner pod to be able to power it up, to be able to use it, and that gets the objective done. So the next thing the game wants you to do is increase your storage capacity to 1,000, and again, that's another easy one to complete. You just have to build storage rooms and you're good to go. Now the game wants you to build 2 lounges, which again, pretty self-explanatory. Find the pod that's a lounge, build it, good to go. And now the game wants you to build 2 quarter pods. Again, just build 2, good to go. Now this right here is actually where I got a little stuck because the objective is to build pods at level 5 or higher. So for a while I didn't know exactly what that meant. I had a feeling it meant like you have to go up 5 floors, but at first I thought maybe you're supposed to upgrade the pods in some way to be able to level them up, and that's what the game wanted, but I was right the first time. You just got to build up 5 floors, but what's interesting is I thought I was up 5 floors with a lot of the pods that I built, and turns out I wasn't. I had to go up one more. So once I figured that out, it was a little bit of a relief, but at first I was just all over the place trying to figure out how I was supposed to do the objective. So this is pretty much what the base started looking like when I was finally figuring out how the objective was supposed to be completed. As you can see, like I was just all over the place. I really didn't even have to build as much as I did, but I was desperately trying to figure out how to connect everything, how to get everything to work, if this was even the right thing I was supposed to do. Yeah, I was just all over the place, but it was really nice to get this one done. So the next objective is actually really simple. All you have to do is demolish a couple structures, which is really easy. Just select a structure, demolish it, you're good to go. So as far as I know, this is the last objective in the game, which is just completing any of the ores on the map. So pretty much you just have to have your miner bots completely mine one entire ore, and you're good to go on that. One thing that actually is kind of interesting about this game too, which I'm pretty sure you just saw, is there are like random events that happen, and on this planet, just it seems like random meteor strikes, and it does obliterate your base. But in the beginning, the meteors kind of stay away. But I guess since I was getting toward the end or something, it decided to just land in that specific location and just demolish that one corner of the building. So also another thing too, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that my roster of settlers has gotten bigger, like there's more settlers in the game with me. And that does happen throughout the game as you're building up the base, doing all the objective stuff like that. You will find random settlers and you can add them to your roster, which will give you more discounts, more bonuses, stuff like that. So that's another pretty cool aspect of the game. Overall, this game to me pretty much feels like an idle game mixed with a base building game. So that's pretty much how I feel about the game so far. I'm sure in the future there's going to be like a lot more added to the game, and it's not going to feel too much of an idle game, but more of just a base building and objective based game. But for now, because all it is just base building and pretty much building stuff up and waiting for your miners to like gather materials, complete the ore, stuff like that. It's pretty much just an idle game at this point, but in the future, again, I'm pretty sure it'll just have so much to offer. And yeah, I'm liking the game so far. Really cool. I give this one an 8 out of 10. So that's all I wanted to talk about for now. If you guys did like the video, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. If you want an energy supplement that's actually good and doesn't taste like shit, I recommend checking out W using the link in the description down below. Use code RP98 to get 10% off your order.